إن الحمد لله الصلاة والسلام على نبينا محمد وعلى آله وأصحابه وسلم. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome to this session titled
Only with firm Yaqin one can leave means for amal. True nature of means is apparent to the person with correct Yaqin. Having correct belief, aqidah, is not sufficient to come on to amal. If the Yaqin is weak, it will fail to bring the person to amal. There are three types of people who claim Allah does everything, yet they fail to benefit from the qudrat of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. The mushriks of Mecca believed Allah does everything, yet they used to associate partners to Allah. One mushrik thought Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam was under a spell and suggested that he is allowed to try certain wizardry, after which Allah would give cure. Those who believe Allah does, but with asbabs, thus they set a condition on Allah's qudra. And the third group, those who say Allah does, but only with pious saints, they are despondent of the power of their own dua. Consequence of weak iman is all around us and is so abundant nowadays. Iman is so weak that many people are unable to fulfill the most important command after iman. When someone misses salat while residing in the vicinity of the masjid, it does not mean they do not believe in Allah. It does not mean they do not hear the adhan. It does not mean they don't know how to do wudu or salat. The problem is that their belief is in the tongue and it has not fully penetrated the heart. As a child grows, it develops yaqeen from the environment. He will prioritize various activities according to the yaqeen at the heart. One may have the knowledge of the importance of certain activity and knows how to perform that activity, yet he may not have the necessary strength or determination to successfully perform it. For example, a soldier may be required to carry a 35 kilo weight on his back for 12 miles. So to perform this, he will lift weights to develop this higher stamina. Similarly, the higher the sacrifice or higher the test, the stronger the yaqeen needs to be. Thus, yaqeen requires development. When yaqeen is weak, the person practices deen according to the circumstances. When the condition is favorable, and the person performs amal. As soon as the condition becomes difficult, they leave amal. Their nature of deen is according to the condition, not according to the commandments. There are others who rely on means for dunya and amals for akhirah. This is wrong. Dunya for Muslims is darul a'mal, not just darul asbab. We are not supposed to leave asbab, as everybody has to be tested with asbab and with the lack of asbabs. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in the Qur'an, إِنَّا جَعَلْنَا مَا عَلَى الْأَرْضِ زِينَةً لَهَا لِنَبْلُوَهُمْ أَيُّهُمْ أَحْسَنُ عَمَلًا. Verily, we have made that which is on the earth as an adornment for it, so that we may test them as to which of them is best indeed. Thus, first do the amals for the situation, because promises are on them. Then go to asbab. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam directed one sahabi to pray 2 rak'ah before traveling for business. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is the one who looks after and provides for us. We only approach job, food, medicine, etc. simply because we are commanded to do. However, it's Allah who empowers those means to become potent. If someone has yaqeen upon this, then he will leave these means to fulfill the commands of Allah. The amals of deen will not become a burden or getting in the way. So we approach and leave means for the sake of Allah. 5 times a day we get a rehearsal of leaving means for amal. When azan is called, we respond to it by leaving all preoccupation. So spending time with family is from deen, but if it prevents them from other commands such as congregational salat, then this is not from deen. Aisha radiallahu anha says that Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam would be sitting with us. When salat time would come, he would get up as if he did not even know us. The promise of benefit is not for those who practice according to the circumstances. We must practice deen to please Allah, not to remove condition. Yaqeen on amal will make the person practice in all conditions. Amal is only for Allah. Obedience is the right of Allah, and only this should be the intention of amal, not for benefit. Benefits are guaranteed, but the purpose is the pleasure of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Sahaba radiallahu ajma'in held means of this world in the palms of their hands and amals which please Allah in their hearts. So when the time came to do so, they left means and hastened to do amals. On the contrary, if effort on iman is not made, then when push comes to shove, one will leave amal and hold fast to means. Sahaba radiallahu ajma'in did work of dunya as pretense and kept deen in their hearts. Today, how many people follow deen as pretense but keep dunya in their hearts? Pretending to follow deen is hypocrisy, and pretending to do things of dunya is a sign of iman. Muslims spare time and sacrifice wealth and lives to increase their iman. When iman takes a firm root, then correct amals come out of the limbs. True Islam will then manifest.
So, my respected listeners, this brings us to the end of the session.
May Allah give us the tawfiq to act upon what is heard and said. Subhanallah wa bihamdihi, subhanallah wa bihamdika, ashhadu an la ilaha illa anta, astaghfiruka.